everybody, and
Hello.
welcome to The Girls Corner. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Kiana with the Q.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I guess that's cool too. But anyway, guys, today we're just going to come give you some updates on school. School, right?
School.
Paying that room and board fee, but you do not get refunded due Friday.
And it went up.
And it went up. And just some other random stuff because, you know, it's only two of us today. Hi. So, FAFSA. Go ahead, Shorty, do I?
Yes. I think the deadline already passed.
For
but
Widener.
For Widener, but you can still do it. Please, 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 please do it because you will not get any money. The longer you wait, the less money you receive. So, please do us all a favor and not hand it in, but do your FAFSA. And if you don't know your parents' information, there's ways to get around it. You can still hand it in without. So please do it before you're not going to Widener or any school.
Yeah. Just log on www.fafsa.ed.gov.
Okay.
You know, they change it. They switch it up. You know, they switch it up
Well,
on
it's
us.
FAFSA.
If you didn't know that, that's how FAFSA was.
I was trying to say
But
fabulous, but it didn't work.
to Widener, we have room and board fee. Now, for freshmen, when you came in, it was only $200 or $300. But for returning students, we have to pay $400 March 18th, which is this Friday. So make sure you know you want to do that because you won't have a room next year, or you won't be able to pick. Now, me, I get to pick March 23rd at 2:30 in the afternoon on where I want to live. So I'm gonna get that money in. Know what I mean?
Yes, that is very important to check your email to see what number you are. And if you're planning on living with a group of people, make sure you find out whose number is the lowest number because that's like your ticket for your whole group to get in first. So don't do it individually. Just let that one person do it and then you're done.
Yep. And we have a few programs coming up this week. Let's see.
We do.
BSU is having a financial workshop tonight, 7 o'clock in room C. Also, SGA is having their general meeting, and Women on the Verge is having a program as well. Then tomorrow, we have the RHA general meeting at 5:30 and the NAACP general meeting at 7. Then come Thursday, BSU again has, in co-sponsorship with Spectrum and LGBTQSA, it's called Love the Skin You're In. It's going to be 7 p.m. in room C. And that's basically just, you know, trying to encourage everybody to be happy with yourself and not worry about what other people think about you.
Don't worry about what your mom says.
Don't worry about
your
nothing,
cousin.
because I don't care.
Your pastor, the priest, the father, whoever. Love yourself.
Love the skin you are in. And then to complete the week, we have Sing for Savannah at 7 on Friday. So that should be interesting. I hopefully, if we do not have fashion show practice, me and Kiana will be there.
Also, reminder, the BSU event that is tonight, if you are a model, you have to be there. It's at 7 o'clock. If you're not there, you will no longer be in the show. So you don't have to stay the whole time, but at least show your face to let the e-board know that you do care.
Yes, let us know. Me being the publicist of BSU, I like to know that you care. So anyway, in other news, Key.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about? Vanessa Hudgens. Apparently, you know, she's a Disney Channel star from High School Musical. I'm pretty sure everybody has heard of that. But on the internet again, some pictures are resurfacing.
No, I think they're new pictures
Oh, they're new pictures. Oh, well, you know, new pictures are resurfacing. And my question today is, after a certain age, even if you started out on the Disney Channel, are you going to forever hold that title? Because, I mean, Vanessa Hudgens, she was grown when she did High School Musical, but, you know, because she was with Disney Channel, I can understand them still being upset about that, you know, because you're doing a kid-oriented show, or what was it, movie, I should say.
I hope it's not a show.
But
it's good as a movie.
But at the same time, now that she's not doing High School Musical anymore because they're off all at college or whatever, I can't tell you, I didn't watch it like that. They're still kind of saying, you know, well, you know, she people still look up to her and all this other stuff, but, you know, she's old enough to, you know, kind of do whatever she wants. If she wants to send some risque pictures, you know, do you feel as though she should be allowed to do that?
I do feel that Disney kind of owns you, but I think that once you become of a certain age and you don't work for them anymore, I think that your adult life is your adult life, and if you choose to work with Disney afterwards, you should still be able to be private. But I think that, you know, it's not acceptable, but if you're an adult and if you are married, if you're married and you're sending these pictures to your husband or wife, fine. I don't care what you do. But I just think that Disney they're too involved after the fact. Like, let them have their life. Okay, you created the perfect child, but you can't create the perfect adult.
Well, I think they're holding on to their stars more so because Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, they all started out on Disney Channel. And it's kind of like, you know, they went off to do their own thing. But it seemed like, you know, after like 2000, they kind of held on to like specific kids. Except for, who played Troy? What's his, Vanessa Hudgens' boyfriend?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. He's, you know, making movies that are a little more, you know, around.
It's only controversy towards the
females. Because Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus is having the same problem. But she's also 18 years old. Is she 18 years old yet?
Yeah.
She's 18 years old. She's 18 years old. So, you know, it's kind of like, how long are they going to be classified as you're a Disney character or you're a child, even though Vanessa Hudgens was never a child for High School Musical. She was 20 when they did it.
It started remember when you could email certain, like, Disney characters? Like with Lizzie McGuire's show, you could they would say, get online and you can IM Lizzie McGuire, not Hilary Duff, but Lizzie McGuire. So now it's like you have these children that are stuck in, they're only Lizzie McGuire. They don't know who Hilary Duff is. So when she broke off, half of her fans just kind of were like, who's this? She had no identity. So I think Disney created this monster and they need to figure out how to fix it because they are just the people that they play. They are not the people that they play. They are someone totally different. And I think they need to let children know that it's two different things, that they have a life outside of this. Just like mom is not always mom when she's at work. Mom is executive or fry cook or whatever. She's not mom when she's doing her job. She's mom when she comes home and when she's in front of your face.
Yeah, I completely agree. But, I mean, what can you do from being, a lot of child stars have found that problem. So, you know, although there are always going to be child stars, it's kind of like, you know, now that you see the stuff happening, would you want your child to be a child star? Because they really won't have an adult life at that point in time. Like, I mean, I'm kind of, you know, worried. Like, if my child became a child star, and let's say they were at a young age, and, you know, now that they were in high school, they kind of wanted, you know, do normal high school things. But if they went out to a party, you know, they're splashed across Us magazine saying, oh my gosh, you know, she's partying, you know, what has the world come to? This Disney Channel Nickelodeon star is going down the drain. Like,
but Nickelodeon stars don't have to deal with that problem.
It's just Disney. It's just Disney. Sorry, Disney. It's just Disney.
I think we got to figure out, the media needs to go deeper in what the parents are doing with their child actors with Disney, because I'm sorry, every other, like, production company that has child stars, their child is still allowed to be a child. So we have to figure out what parents are doing, because I know with like the group B2K, their parents literally signed their rights over, and that's why they have so many issues that they have now, because parents are like, so, you know, if you didn't come from like a good background, not a good background, but like your family wasn't, you know, that well over, then once your child makes it, they kind of feel like I don't have the rights to tell my child what to do or tell these people who are in charge of my child now, their career, what to do. So a lot of times parents don't know where to step in. And if parents step in and let these managers know, my child is only yours when they're working. After that, I'm still going to be there and choose what my child does. But I don't think a lot of parents are getting involved anymore just because it's the money and they need that money to survive.
But what about Lindsay Lohan, for example? Wasn't her dad the manager for a while? And she's not doing any better as
she still broke away from Disney though. Yeah.
But she still has that tarnished image. Like a lot of people looked up to her. I shouldn't say look up anymore because she just completely went down, but a lot of people looked up to her. And if you remember, when we were growing up, it was kind of like Lindsay Lohan, what is she doing? She went from being in the Parent Trap to going crazy, and it's just kind of like, is she ever going to be able to get herself together? Because then she wanted to do singing, and a lot of people had a controversy about her singing because they were just like, you're an actress, not a singer. So
I think it's also the age group, because when Lindsay Lohan was acting, the people that were watching Lindsay Lohan was her age, maybe a little bit older, and maybe 2 years younger. So as she grew, we grew. But with Disney now, they're not picking younger stars. Their main focus isn't younger people. So when they do have they don't have anybody Dakota Fanning's age, because if they had anybody that was 15 or 14, then you could kind of grow up with them, except for Miley Cyrus. But people aren't letting her grow up. They're still giving her that child image. So I watched Hannah Montana when it first came on, because it's like a 2-year difference between us. But as she grew up, I grew up. So it's just kind of like, okay, you got to keep putting somebody out there for a certain age group. You just can't digress in age just because of the audience.
But you know who did Nickelodeon, I will have to say, when they did their shows, kind of how Disney does, for all that, for example, they had different ages on there. Amanda Bynes, for the longest time, was 12, and Keenan and Kel, they were 17, 15, 16 years old. And then the rest of them, they were 20. You had a variety.
They had younger people on there too. I think the youngest probably was 10. So it went from 10 to probably 20, but there was someone for everybody
to watch.
And parents didn't feel uncomfortable that their 7-year-old was mimicking what the 20-year-old was doing, because it's still, I don't know, I think
family oriented.
It was still family oriented, and their life, you don't see what they do after they're off the camera. And I like that Nickelodeon protects their stars that way. Disney Channel just kind of,
whatever happens to you outside of Disney Channel, we have nothing to do with. And it's kind of just that's kind of not how it should be.
Yeah.
You should always want to maintain your image, because although you may not be associated with Disney anymore, it still holds the Disney name, because Miley Cyrus is going to forever be Hannah Montana. And regardless of whether or not she's in character, acting up, it still falls back on, this is Hannah Montana doing drugs or partying or whatever.
They own her because her name isn't even Miley Cyrus.
What's her name?
Destiny.
Her name is Destiny?
Yes.
I thought the child's name
Miley Cyrus is also a Disney character.
Hold on. I'm about to look this up.
They call her Miley because when she was younger, she smiled a lot, so it was Smiley Miley. Yeah.
Okay.
So Disney still owns Miley Cyrus.
Her real name is Destiny Hope.
Destiny Ray.
Well, so Billy Ray Cyrus, is that his real name?
Yes. That's his real name. They still own Miley Cyrus regardless.
Wait, so you mean to tell me I've been calling this child Miley Cyrus and that's not her name? Her name is Destiny Hope Cyrus?
So just, the older you get, just remember that you have younger people, family members, neighbors, looking at what you're doing, Be careful of the nude photos that you send out, whether you are in love with this person so much. It can be resurfaced.
Yes.
And just be mindful, like I said, be mindful of what you do, because everyone is really watching. Everyone is watching.
We're all watching you. So just to recap, we have a couple of events. Like tonight, BSU is having a financial workshop at 7 Room C. SGA is having their general meeting, and so Women on the Verge is having a program at 7. Tomorrow, RHA has their general meeting at 5:30. NAACP has their general meeting. On Thursday, there's the third Thursday bingo at 8. And
Bingo!
Yeah, and another Women on the Verge program at 7. And on Friday is Sing for Savannah at 7 p.m. And I want to say this is in...
Could you go into detail what Sing for Savannah is for the people that don't know? I believe Sing for Savannah is for, what is it? It's one of the honor fraternities.
Yes, this is Honors Week.
The president, her daughter, I don't know if her daughter died or she's just sick or something, but they do it to, I think, to, raise money, good cause, whatever. So
support.
Yes. So it's not just the Sing for little old lady Savannah down the street. It's actually like a good cause. So do it.
Yes, and that's our show for today. The dynamic duo. Bam. We'll see y'all next year. Oh, yeah. We are lead hosts. Bam. But we'll see y'all next week. Remember, 4 p.m. Latham, Widener TV. We're up here. Come visit us. Give us some ideas, suggestions.